crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little...
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please,
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an...
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from...
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you...
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe...
If you insist. But
thank the wild ones.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it. Books I'm never gonna... Who is this dame? That's better.
It's a very...
I think it's time to dig a little deeper, if you don't...
Please, that's why I'm here.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even...
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my...
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach. Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also...
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even...
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really...
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting... We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that. What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking...
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and...
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go?
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you...
That's very...
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but... Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe...
You see, we're starting to understand each other. Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are...
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever...
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me...
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner...
Ibn Wessler. The...
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. She doesn't seem... My wallet? My... I don't even know where... Behind that... Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there?
Please.
Well, okay. Let's see.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept.
I haven't... I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there?
Mr. Featherland? Santino.
What the hell is this supposed to...
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you.
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this kid...
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Kats...
Oh, yes. You can find her...
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she...
No, she's really not like that. But...
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's...
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not...
Exactly.
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please...
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr...
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take...
I'd appreciate that, Sonny. Thank you again.
Don't mention it, Deborah.
I'm sorry, I...
Thought so. My bed... Legs... Just a phone call, and a good friend of mine can take...
Thank you.
Hey, Lewis. Am I...
No.
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention... Thanks for being...
Of course, Sonny. You know...
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this... I can always... You got an...
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's...
Well, I didn't mean to hold you.
I'll ask a favor of you.
I owe you a lot of...
That's true.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Feel free. I've already told you more about myself.
Afraid you'll get your...
I'm afraid I've already told you more about myself.
Afraid you'll get your...
I'm afraid I'll...
So this Nat...
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to...
I see.
Please, Sonny, let...
Okay, understood.
Thank you.
Do you think my whereabouts are...
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city.
Oh, please. Flatter... So, Ibn Wessler, eh?
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous...
I only know he's an influential...
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black. Sonny, I've already told you what I know.
You really are this innocent.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Let me give you some advice, sister. Leave the city and get as far as you can.
It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland.
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places?
I would do more than that for...
I see. You're...
Thank you.
Sonny, please. Nothing interesting in there. But if there is... I don't see... I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shit.
Well, look at that.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well...
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way...
Oh, gods. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight.
You're looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As all...
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark...
I'd love to... Hey, whose side are you on, you...
Here we are again. Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place... Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for...
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak Mc...
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and...
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh?
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that...
Jeffy is a good boy, sonny. And...
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally...
Oh, of course if you sing me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this? Oh...
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible.
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you.
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something...
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay?
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo...
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need...
Sonny boy, you've all...
More like a clucking pigeon.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as all...
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So...
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as up...
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have mo...
Let's hope I won't run into any of them.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kind of lost. He's trying to hide it.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking...
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you.
It's not that simple, Bosco. But we'll see how he reacts.
No worries, pal.
Officer John... This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand. Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Are you lost? This is the...
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better.
Well, at least you are.
Marty, come on, let's forget that.
Easy for you to say.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to...
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately,
I need your help, okay?
well, it's a...
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on...
Ooh, damn, Sonny, stop it right there.
That's...
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough.
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun.
Okay, okay. But at least...
All right.
That's what I want to hear. I was just about to go when you came in, so...
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
I was just...
You're right. Hey, there were...
Oh, we're going to a bar.
Yeah, that's...
And?
A buffalo killer and 2 handguns? We're only there to sniff...
Ah, war, bar, what's the difference? Ah, it's frick...
Of all that's furry, you know what? I don't...
That's the spirit.
Serious.
Who said I was just about to go when you came in, so...
You're right.
I was just about to go when you came in.
You're right. Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog.
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh, yeah, like last time.
Those were, different times. You don't have to come with me.
Okay, I know. Sonny, there's a little...
Not so little, and it smells, too.
Well, it seems...
Oh, yes, we can. You have your...
What?
Just kidding.
I see you're...
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good for...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some...
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. Where cops...
That's true, pal.
Eesh, get a room, you two.
Shut up, Marty.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir.
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino.
Hey, careful with the racist barking.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this?
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Mark.
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and...
Only on paper, and you know that very well,
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee.
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawl.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old part.
How touching. You shot him with a shot.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell...
Have a lovely evening.
You especially. Fuck off right...
Do you still drink?
Hey, it's not garbage, okay?
Yeah, once they used to heal with bloodletting, too, Marty. Don't...
Okay, Dad.
We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad...
I'm afraid you're alone.
Hey, don't make me change...
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious...
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each...
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. Hey, pal. Can you hear... Of all...
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young...
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't...
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids.
Wait, what?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them.
Oh, I'm gonna be...
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself.
Are you sure?
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway.
Sometimes the most natural connection.
A natural-born genius.
Yeah, right. Could this wreck be...
Well, it's a wreck just like him.
There used to...
That was a very long...
I was a little chick. And the hop dog had the best pancakes in the...
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook and the waitress...
True.
But at least the coffee's good.
That's right. I have no idea what that mongrel's doing.
Peaceful. Maybe that's the only way it can...
Doesn't it remind you of some...
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird. Ugh, the place is deserted.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's...
That's for sure.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely. Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
It's going well so...
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay?
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of...
Shit. All right. And where'd you...
We haven't been anywhere, yet. But we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, huh? You know.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in this...
Yeah, weird.
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost me?
Only a favor. Like the good old...
Okay, I'm in. Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry.
Business affair.
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny.
Roger that. Have you ever been...
Of course.
Yeah. Roger that.
I've got to say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Sonny,
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
Ha!
So, Ibn's gone in.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a
You're one to talk, but...
Huh? Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman?
No, Zip. I mean, really.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furb.
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But
you know what? Your mother's a goat.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give it.
The door didn't look like this last...
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that...
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost...
Welcome to the club, partner.
You still...
I'm a rooster. A chicken. Why
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about...
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a...
Because you can. That's...
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you...
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's...
I don't care what you eat. But don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own... What insight. Well, that's a good... The highlight of my...
Yeah, I can smell it already.
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you... as always.
That Natasha's a mysterious...
Is that so?
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice. Makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly...
I can imagine, yeah. Since then,
the old click is still clicking, right? Yeah. The club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's...
Then how exactly does she fit into the...
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave...
Mongrel Mick.
Mick the Marauder ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha.
That's my guess.
Thanks for the straight dope, Zip. We owe...
One! You owe me the price of a new...
Okay. Whatever you need.
I clucking will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Mom.
What's that
You know,
Zip once had... You sure?
Maybe the past is haunting me. Once...
Oh, come on, Zippy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got out in...
Yeah, right.
It's more than what many others get, but...
Ah, so this...
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't...
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective.
Very funny.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well...
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on...
As you say, boss. Honestly?
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came...
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is...
Wait, that was deep.
Maybe it was, Marty.
Amazing. Whoa, look at...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 silver...
Of all that's furry. Whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Huh.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful...
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen...
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works.
Nothing's easier, sir.
The list. Yeah.
Don't tell.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're...
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case...
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Look, I really don't want any...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but... This place doesn't like, coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let...
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr.
Oh, my God. Not the...
So it will be terribly inconvenient for me.
What did you just...
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a...
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for...
No problem, Shakespeare.
Do you remember when the cloth...
You mean when they wrote something about...
Yeah. What is that?
Oh, they got bored with us, Marty.
But still, here we are working together.
Yeah, hilarious. Look, I really don't want... Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hay...
But of course, Mr. Haywood.
Is that so?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first...
You mean Miss Natasha Kat...
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she...
And, that's it?
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything.
Just one more thing.
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir.
You hear that?
I do, Marty.
I'm gonna lose my crest from...
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight.
Hey, that's your old...
Lewis.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that...
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here.
Should I thank him?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
That fella's built like a brick shithouse.
Wanna bet?
Not today, Mark.
Okay. It's okay, Bertha.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with...
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would...
Was that a rhetorical question? What a
word.
Seeing it and...
don't...
Maybe
I think we...
Beautiful.
Sonny, my dear...
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Mart.
Pleasure's all mine, Lauren.
Lawrence? Anyways, so...
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here.
I see.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my...
Okay, then. Catch you later, pal. Look, Lewis.
Well, yes.
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight.
Oh! Oh! I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Something.
No problem at all. Come with me.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse...
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Sir.
Everything's fine, Mr. Hayworth.
Good. Look, this no...
Naturellement, sir.
And as for you... you...
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of...
Mother...
I take you to the nicest places, eh?
Oh, does it mean you're...
Don't even think of...
Men these days. So, we're here to find a...
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid
Just like all.
No, Marty, not like always. This time.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but...
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the state...
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About...
Look, I'm...
Good. And let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure. 2 whiskeys, kid.
I've never heard... Sonny, you gotta...
Ah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface.
Yes, sir. That wasn't exactly...
Tell me.
Not yet, sir. But,
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr...
sir,
What about... Let's see.
But, sir, you haven't even... Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
A man's been... I didn't mean him, Marty.
Oh, I see, right. Yeah, because that... Gentlemen, you're...
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run.
Ugh, my name is not I tip you, pal, but... Sure, sir. The Tsar will...
Sounds good, Bojack.
Hey, there's Fillmore.
Who? Oh, yes. Fillmore.
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly...
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to. Well, well, if it isn't the great detective.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass Alias Phil.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a feather pillow mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk?
Hey, that was a long time ago.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe and...
Okay, Phil.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs, and jelly.
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown...
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back. This guy is certainly not a gay.
Of course he's not. Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The rooster cop.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say.
Sonny Featherland, of course. Chicken police.
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced...
Oh, yeah.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Yeah, so, we were,
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh,
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly...
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that.
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a... How did you feel when you heard?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet.
Good point.
Thank you.
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you...
It's,
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can...
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans, If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant.
Thank you. That's it for now. How are your alibis, Mr. Wessler?
Am I a suspect? That was fast. But thank you for...
No need. And no, you're not a suspect. Yet.
That's, reassuring.
Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive. Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail,
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit? Someone who can't take rejection, maybe?
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it...
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bow.
I get it. The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I exit?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur.
You don't remember? Huh.
Ah, yeah. The Millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe...
I guess she was...
The next day, she had the club in...
Well, that is...
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap, and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Do you live in the same house?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she had...
How often does she use?
Yeah, every other week.
I see. That's very...
Yeah, if you say so.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on...
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. You're right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing.
Thank you for your time.
I have no doubt about that.
Hey, we should, grab a coffee or something.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna...
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique...
Forgive me, my name is...
I thought so. You look more...
More or less.
Sometimes less is more.
You were amazing.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cock?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he...
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get...
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene.
Hey!
I understand. You know, they...
I don't have time, Mr. Feather.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another...
I'll be waiting.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being. This woman's aware of her charm.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr.?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you...
So I've been told.
Yes. Look.
It's sunny. Saves...
Okay,
So, why am I...
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat her up.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant...
I've asked you here so you can do...
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but, I've seen you...
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's...
Well, then...
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With... That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the...
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my...
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that...
The place is very elegant, and, So's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the...
The kind with nice things.
Oh,
Suspiciously nice things.
do you think I'm...
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a...
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they...
Ah, I see. Do you have any material evidence concerning the...
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't...
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend...
I see. So...
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last hope.
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept. My...
You can't do anything else.
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spot. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So?
You really don't have any idea which word could be used?
I guess I do.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes.
Well, thank you for your honesty. No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a...
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of
What poetry? Did you ever think...
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn to...
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the...
Furry hell. Do you read that
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the...
You enjoy...
Oh, just a little, Sonny. Just...
A dark shadow from the past? An ex-lover?
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
What a curious way to...
I'm a curious kind of fellow.
I've never been married, and I don't really have...
A more dangerous, not serious...
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to...
Love is just another
So is hate a face of love, then?
I guess.
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss? Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know...
I'm prepared for that question, but it's...
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply...
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I...
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are...
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I...
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you...
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought you...
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't...
I'm sorry,
Really?
I did. I knew...
Pluck me. This case is getting more... You played me from the start.
It wasn't my...
I'm an old cock, Natasha. I've played too many of these games, and I've been on the losing side.
So, You're going to walk away.
You're damn right. I don't know if it's worth...
Look, Sonny, money's...
Oh, yeah, your fawn had already mentioned that. But unfortunately, it'll be hard to spend all that.
Dead. Don't...
Do you have a gun?
Me?
Of course you, Natasha.
Not at the...
Well, let me give you some advice. Keep it with you, always.
You don't think they... whoever they are would...
Don't be naive, Natasha.
You're right.
I don't want to scare you, but 2 cops snooping around can mess something like this up.
You'll keep snooping? Thank you, Sonny.
Maybe you're getting yourself into even deeper trouble with me. Thank me when...
Just one more.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town.
I was afraid this was coming. What?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous?
Sonny, a woman is naked. I knew you would understand.
Oh, yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet?
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early.
Look, Natasha.
Please, this is...
Sure, I get it.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission.
Yeah, let me guess.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing.
Have you ever had dealings with the...
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself.
Do you have a light?
I'm sorry.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work, too.
I might...
No.
Why did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over?
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of
You feel that's not the case here?
Here? No, absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their...
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves. And whatever they do later, we proud...
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end,
So?
I could not seek you out in person.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of...
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. May I be...
It's New Year's Eve.
Ibn.
In my own way.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love.
That's not a real answer.
If you only accept...
So this message...
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you.
Yeah. You're... Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet.
Thank you for your discretion.
Don't mention it.
So, who's this
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know...
The thought may have crossed...
You men. But guess what?
You don't care?
As long as he loves me...
Well, that's your business.
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. You got a beautiful place here.
Ibn likes me surrounded.
You're an elegant thing.
Oh, that's charming.
Well,
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe...
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile...
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty.
Oh.
Oh, it's you.
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler?
you don't beat around the bush.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush.
Well, thanks for the...
Anything else?
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the
I heard. Don't you find that weird?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you?
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend...
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious.
Excuse me, pal.
Gabriel.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler...
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here.
Okay. Listen, pal.
Did I stutter, chicken? Get lost.
A fox is a wolf.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it.
Fascinating. I didn't know you...
Ha ha ha. Remember that old...
How could I even...
Absurd, right?
Yeah.
And the wildest and most primordial instinct.
As you say, Marty.
Ah, this is the...
He looks like a coat hanger.
That was...
I try.
She has pretty long...
We're not here to stare at pretty...
So...
In fact, yes. She was,
I bet she was. You know...
You're, too old for this
As you say.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers...
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm... Okay, I didn't say anything.
We stepped into it, didn't we? Of all that's furry.
Exactly. I have no...
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe...
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand.
I should have known she was
keeping secrets.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be...
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.